congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Season 4 starting very soon. Have you wrapped your brain around the fact that you've done 4 seasons, or has it been a bit of a blur over the years?
Yeah, no, a bit of a blur actually. We were just talking about it recently because we're still shooting that 4th season, and we were like, we started the show 3 years ago, and like that, it's weird. In one sense, it feels like we just started, and on the other hand, it feels like I've been doing it forever, and it's kind of day to day goes back and forth between the two. But yeah, looking back, I'm thinking we've shot 50 plus episodes now. I'm like, that's like a real TV show. Like that was around. Because some shows they come and they go and they have a little run, but no, it's been going and it doesn't look like slowing down anytime soon, which is kind of incredible.
Yeah, and it's a show that it does a lot of different things. It's obviously very dramatic. It has all of its firefighter stuff. It has some levity to it and great characters. I mean, why do you think it's resonated with people? Do you think that because we've had there's been such a focus, I guess, on firefighters in recent years over history, I guess, but in the last recent years with forest fires and obviously over here we've had the Grenfell disaster, all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's why it's resonated a bit more than maybe it would have done 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think that's certainly one of the reasons. Like it's a very hopeful show, and I think we like to watch things and see these people and go, wow, if I get in trouble, these people will run towards the danger and they'll come and they'll help me. And I think that's quite a reassuring thing. Because we know it, but I don't, or certainly before 911, I didn't consciously have first responders at the forefront of my mind. I knew they were there, but I didn't really think of them in my day-to-day life. And I think to have a reminder that if something goes wrong, these people will charge towards you and they will do the best they can to get you out of it. I think there's a lot of hope that comes with that. And then you also speak about, the way it kind of flicks between tones. I think that's another reason that it resonates so well with people. I think because it means that every episode kind of has something for everyone. It can be really deep and emotional, and it can be quite funny. So you can kind of watch it in any mood.
Yeah, and you got a fantastic ensemble. I mean, you're as you say, you are now a show officially with 50 plus episodes, where you now are getting to kind of work with some amazing talent that have come on to do guest spots or have now joined the cast. I mean, that must be great as an actor to start with a group of people that you now become your family, and then just add in more and more amazing talent as you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me coming into the show day one, it's like, wow, you're going to be working with Angela Bassett, Peter Krause, Connie Britton back then, and and even the rest of that, Aisha and Kenny and everybody on that cast are like seasoned pros. So for me coming in quite green, it was like, wow, this is a big deal. And then because of that, and because of the creators involved with it, and because of how well it's done, you're right, we can get really good quality of guest actors to come in. And for me, the key in the show, right, the trick of it is to make you care about the victims and the emergencies, because that's when you really want them to succeed. So the higher caliber of actor that's coming in to help facilitate that and play those parts, the better it is for the show and the easier it is for us on the other side of it.
Yeah, and also your character, as you say, you've now done a few seasons, and he's been through a lot of different things. I mean, how do you think he's changed you in terms of you as an actor? I mean, do you think now that you're a better actor for playing this particular role? Do you think you've learned a lot more about your craft and everything else playing someone like this? Because there's a lot of layers to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And season by season, I feel like I'm a different actor going in. And it's the particular character, because they do give me a lot of different things that I get to do. He's on one moment he's super cocky and strong and kind of almost bordering on arrogant, and the next we get to see this real sensitive and vulnerable side. And I love getting to play a character where you can show that those aren't mutually exclusive. You can be all those things at the same time, and one doesn't take away from the other. So yeah, no, to get to explore that. And just to have such a run of getting to explore it, not just doing 6 episodes and then waiting another 6 months for my next job, but to have like consistent week after week, get to work on that 100%. I feel like a different actor now from when I started the show.
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, it's an intrinsically American show, but now it's going to be shown in various different countries across Europe with Star, and people have access to these shows. Which, I mean, there's a lot of these shows that are shown in the UK particularly, but a lot of shows that never, you have to try and hunt them down, and sometimes you can't get access to them. I mean, that must be exciting for you all to know that. I guess daunting in some ways, that you're going to have a whole new kind of glut of people now, not just watching the new series, but going back and watching it from the beginning.
Yeah. You know, I'm proud of the work that we've done, and I'm excited for people to see that, and or to continue to see it, and for that audience to grow, because I think the more you watch of this show, one of the magical things about it is the more you fall in love with those characters, and the more that you want to be with them. And I think that's really part of it as well, that you watch these people on the screen and you're like, I'd love to be in that fire truck with them. I'd love to hang out with those people. And I think that's quite a universal thing. It's not a specifically American thing. So I'm happy for that, and hopeful that it will resonate with people the same way all around the world.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Absolute pleasure talking to you. Good luck with everything. And yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And to you. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you